Now that this sequel is out and we're getting 2 back-to-back Mission Impossible sequels in the next 2 years, you know what character I would love to see Tom Cruise return to in the future? Please, Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder. That to me was Cruise at his funniest. He was freaking hilarious in that movie. Hey movie buffs, I'm Jack Benner and welcome to my review of Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick is the long-awaited sequel to the 1986 film. This time this sequel is directed by Joseph Kosinski, starring Tom Cruise back as Maverick. And in the supporting cast you got Miles Teller, John Hamm, Jennifer Connelly, and many others. Set more than 30 years after the original, Pete Maverick Mitchell, once again played by Tom Cruise, returns to Top Gun where he confronts his past when one of the young fighter pilots he's training is the son of his late friend and RIO Goose, named Rooster, played by Miles Teller. Now I would like to give my thoughts on the first Top Gun. I did rewatch the original before this sequel came out, and I was excited to since it's been a long time since I've last seen Top Gun. While that movie does have its 80s cheesiness to it, I still think it's charming and entertaining to this day. It's got Tom Cruise's charisma, iconic songs, Danger Zone, Take My Breath Away, great and impressive directing from the late Tony Scott, and to this day, Goose's death is still heartbreaking and powerful. And I believe the heart of that film was the friendship between Maverick and Goose. And when I heard a sequel to Top Gun was happening, I feel like it could go either way. On one hand, it could be a sequel that's as good, if not better than the original, or on the other hand, it could be an unnecessary cash grab. But when the trailers came out, it looked really good and exciting and gave me hope that the sequel is in good hands. And it was originally scheduled for a 2019 release, but then moved to 2020. Then, you know what happened in 2020. And the pandemic pushed back Top Gun Maverick multiple times, from 2020 to 2021, and then one final delay to May of 2022. Regardless of how many delays this movie has been through, my excitement has been intact. And weeks before this movie came out, the rave, early reviews skyrocketed my excitement more than ever before. Now that it's finally here and I saw Top Gun Maverick Thursday night, super excited, the question is Top Gun Maverick worth the wait? And the answer, absolutely. Top Gun Maverick is an absolutely fantastic and exciting sequel, and I think it's better than the original. Let's start with the pros. First, the cast is great all around. Cruise continues to prove that he is an action star. His likability, energy, charisma, level of enthusiasm, motivation, and dedication for action just make me love him as an actor. And Cruise to me is one of those actors, no matter what he's in, he's always giving it 100%. And what I love about Maverick this time is while he still maintains his cocky, hotshot pilot like in the first film, I love that we get to see Cruise explore the emotional side of Maverick this time. Confronting events in the past, the pressure of returning to Top Gun this time as an instructor. Watching this movie, not only does Cruise still do a fantastic job at the action and stunts in this movie, but he shows that he's still a great dramatic actor at the same time. And I think this is one of Cruise's best performances in a long time. And Miles Teller as Rooster is excellent here. And watching him in this movie reminds me why I still think he's a great and talented actor. I think this is one of his best performances, up there with The Spectacular Now and especially Whiplash. I couldn't be happier to see Miles Teller finally get a blockbuster role he can truly shine in after Fantastic and the last Divergent movie, which I don't even remember the name of. Those movies didn't do well critically or financially, but I really hope with the success and critical acclaim, this can put Miles Teller's career on the right track. And Miles Teller has worked with the director of this movie before, Joseph Kosinski, in Only the Brave. I've never seen Only the Brave, but after watching this movie, I definitely want to. And hearing good things about Only the Brave, watching him in this movie, and the fact that he's going to be working with Miles Teller again in a Netflix movie, I feel like this is a director who really knows how to utilize his Miles Teller's strengths as an actor and really get the best out of him. And just from the first time we see Rooster in this movie, Miles Teller really embodied the role, and also getting into the emotional side of the character as well. And the rest of the performances are great. Jennifer Connelly is really good as a new love interest for Maverick, and I did prefer the romance in this movie more so than the original. I felt like there was more chemistry there. John Hamm is also good, and even Glenn Powell as one of the pilots, Hangman, is great here. Now this film is directed by Joseph Kosinski, who directed Tron Legacy, Oblivion, and Only the Brave. and I was looking forward to seeing how he would handle this movie, and I gotta say, he did an excellent job behind the camera. The action scenes in this movie are phenomenal and super well executed. From the tension, practicality, coordination, and exhilaration, the fact that they've done this practically with no CGI or green screen is just remarkable. Plus the amazing cinematography and just realism of the action is just amazing to watch. And also props to the sound design, just the sounds of the jets. This is so far my pick for best sound, and I'm hoping it gets an Oscar nomination next year. But most of all, he doesn't forget to focus on characters first before the action. It really does take his time to make these characters interesting and likable and to get you invested in what's going on before the action takes place. And I love the engaging conflict between Maverick and Rooster, and I believe the tension between them is the emotional core of the film. And you do understand in the film why there's tension between those two. And Cruise and Teller were great in those scenes, and both have really emotionally satisfying arcs in the film that I thought were compelling. And the third act of Top Gun Maverick is absolutely phenomenal. That is one of the best third acts I've seen in a blockbuster in so long. And that right there is worth the price of admission. From the emotional stakes, gripping action that gets you glued to the screen, it's riveting, engaging, heart-pounding, and even unpredictable. There were certain moments where I thought, okay, this is going to happen, but then takes a different direction to where I thought, okay, I want to see where this goes. I was just so on the edge of my seat, I didn't want that climax to end. As for issues or nitpicks, I'd say my only minor criticism with Top Gun Maverick is, I do wish we got to know the supporting pilots a little bit more, because I liked their banter and I thought they were all entertaining characters, but I wish I got to know them a little bit more before the action. In conclusion, Top Gun Maverick is exactly how you do a great sequel that is not only superior to the original, but tells a new and engaging continuation. Great performances, exhilarating action and scope, enticing emotional core, and a phenomenal and jaw-dropping third act that is worth the price of admission. Definitely see this if you're a fan of the original. Even if you're not a fan of the original, I think this sequel is worth watching. I do think it would help to watch the predecessor beforehand, but I still think you can enjoy Top Gun Maverick on its own. And now to grade it, I'm going to give Top Gun Maverick 4.5 stars out of 5, an A. This is one of my favorite films of the year, up there with the Batman and Everything Everywhere All at Once. And so happy this sequel did not disappoint in the slightest, despite the multiple delays the sequel has been through. I am so excited to watch this movie again, and definitely see this movie on the biggest screen and best sound system. Just an incredible experience. One of the trailers I saw before this movie, which I'm actually surprised this trailer actually came out a year early, and that is for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I'm a big fan of the Mission Impossible franchise. Fallout in particular, I think that is an action gem and one of the best action movies I've seen in years. And the question is, am I excited for Mission Impossible 7? Oh yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for more Mission Impossible. I'm excited to see Cruise and the rest of the cast back with new additions. It looks darker than Fallout. I'm curious to see how this is going to be a back-to-back sequel. And I can't wait to see some more awesome action and stunt work from Tom Cruise. And it's already one of my most anticipated films next year. Can't wait. Now I would like to ask you guys, what did you think of Top Gun Maverick? Did you agree? Disagree with my review? Let me know below. Or if you haven't seen it yet, are you looking forward to the film or not? Let me know below. And did you enjoy hearing my thoughts on Top Gun Maverick? If yes, please hit that like button and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell for my next upload. It really means a lot. And until the next video, I'm Jack Benner and look forward to another movie review.